about it right now, everything's okay. No matter where you find yourself, no matter what kind of stuff is going on in your life, underneath it all, everything's actually alright. You're okay. You have more power than you might be giving yourself credit for.
Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. How the heck are ya? It's been a while since I've had a little chat with you beautiful souls. So here we are, in July already. Where the heck has this year gone, huh? For those of you who have not been with me before, I'll give you a quick rundown and then we'll get started. So, top row, that's going to be your guys' general overall advice from your spirit guides. Then we move down to the bottom left and we have your work, career, and finance with the 2 mythic tarot cards. The bottom right is going to be 4 cards on your love and romantic relationships. Then a fancy little treat for y'all. We have a new deck. It is the Spiritual AF deck. Seen Water and Fire Tarot use it, and I absolutely could not resist getting it. So we have that, as well as our postcard from Spirit. We'll start out with the Book of I-ching. You guys have 2 cards. 18 is the first card. That card is called Work on What Has Been Spoiled. I'm going to read that to you guys. Wind blowing against the base of the mountain can cause such damage. There is no place for the wind to go, as the mountain is immovable. Thus, trees and dwelling places are ruined. In such a case, there is nothing to be done but repair what has been spoiled, working carefully to avoid weakness and vulnerabilities this time. Most significant sentence in that entire paragraph, in my opinion, is working carefully to avoid weakness and vulnerabilities this time. You may have rebuilt your mountain. You have rebuilt your little cabin on the mountain numerous times. But this time, we're going to be real careful to watch out, to avoid those areas that we know are the weak spots, the vulnerabilities. You can only chain yourself up as the mountain or the structures or the trees that are on the mountain. You can only do that and allow the wind to blow against you for so long. It's time, Gemini. Dun dun dun. Welcome to NLA Intuitive Awakenings. Yuppers, here we are. Card number 39. This beautiful card is called Obstruction. I will read that to you as well. There are 2 obstructions that hinder progress: water above and mountain below. The downward flowing water may conceal a dangerous abyss, whereas the still mountain may be more easily traversed. It furthers one to confront each obstacle according to one's capabilities and not overreach. So, what do these obstructions do, Gem? What do? They hinder progress. So, then I must ask, what is serving as that water that is concealing? I'm sorry about my squeaky chair. It just decided to start squeaking right now. Maybe you guys have something you need a little lubing up for. I don't know. What is serving as the water that is concealing or covering up the danger that lies beneath the surface? Is it your codependency? Is it because you're lonely? Is it that desire to feel loved that weighs so heavily on you that you feel it's necessary to not see their true character, to see your insecurities, to allow that cycle to continue to repeat? So the card says there's 2 ways, right? So the mountain is still. You can stay still. You can do that. That's fine. But if you have no legs and you have a boat, you're probably going to have to cross the water, right? But what's under that water? Maybe it's something that's going to pop a hole in your boat. You never know. But are you happy where you're at? maybe that unknown offers a little bit more of a light, a little bit more hope than staying where you're at. Something to consider, Gemini. Moving on, we have the surrender to creativity. You guys have 4 cards from the surrender deck this month. I almost named your reading Surrendering to Surrendering because you're gonna do a shit ton of surrendering this month. Surrender to creativity. It says, let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. How long has it been since you've really allowed your imagination to run wild in regards to something positive, like your personal goals or your dreams, rather than who's cheating on who's sabotaging you, why you're not living your best life? Because your imagination can go like crazy then, right? But what if we switched gears? What if we surrendered to creativity to really come up with the best bomb-ass plan to live that life you've been dreaming about? Surrender fear. That card says, let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Which direction, Gemini? Forward. Let go of the fearful stories you're telling who? You're telling yourself. Quit worrying about tomorrow. What you really need to do is to potentially, you can do whatever the hell you want, first of all. This is simply my opinion. So save yourself the time of typing out some snarky little comment about how I need to not tell you what to do. Then don't fucking listen to my channel. But quit worrying about tomorrow when what you really need to do is figure out who the hell you are today. Celebrate the baby steps, Gemini. There are so many analogies to choose from. Not gonna lie, I sat on this for a little bit when I was looking at this card. I'm like, oh yes, there are so many of these stereotypical, the basic, the boring. They're not me. So, here's what I got, Gemini. Here is your analogy. So there you are, getting your groove on, gearing up for a little hanky-panky. Now, let's say, just for my story purposes, you're the woman. The man is going to approach this roll in the hay like you approach the way you look at your life, or recovery, or healing, or relationships, obviously. And he is so worried that it won't happen. So worried. He is just thinking 10 ways from Sunday about how this isn't going to happen. He's not going to be able to come. Yep, that's his worry. So, what does he do? Just to make sure that it happens, he does it right away. Yep, not kidding. 17 seconds in, he comes, and there you are. Not even hardly warmed up. You're still trying to catch your breath from getting all your damn clothes off. So let me ask you, are you fulfilled? Was it good for you, Gemini? Fuck no. Start living in the moment. Stop worrying about the what ifs, the who's, the when's, the where's. Live in the moment. If you're going to tell yourself some stories, at least make them more exciting than these fearful ones. Surrender to your full power. Are you aware of how powerful you are, Gemini? Because I don't think you are. I think you have had so much negativity and low vibration relationships and influence over the past, 7-8 years, that you literally have amnesia about just how fucking powerful you really are. That card says your life is calling for you to step in to your full power rather than playing it small. Whose life, Gemini? Yours. It's another card that says you are where you are because that's where you've pussyfoot your way to. If you want more than what you have, if you want to be farther than where you are, then you need to heal more. You need to believe more. You need to strive more. You're like, bitch, listen, I have been through the ringer, okay? Yep, so have I. Straight up, any of you care to send me a message? We'll chat about it. That dark night of the soul shit, that is not for the faint of heart, let me tell you. I've been there, but I know damn well that you're strong enough to do it. You're smart enough, you're charismatic enough, and I know that you fucking deserve happiness. The challenge is just to help you understand, to help you believe, because I think you've forgotten. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. This card says, take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. Ecstasy. Not the shit you used to try in high school or first year college, whatever. Or last week if you had a crazy bachelorette party or something. But that's like joy, excitement, wonderment. This card is an excellent reminder of a conversation that I had with a Gemini just earlier this week. She was so frustrated because she felt like she had wasted her time off from work and she didn't get anything accomplished. She had done a lot in those days off. But the perspective that she had, her mindset, wasn't allowing for her to see it, for her to enjoy those moments. So take a break. See the world from that inner child. It's in there. Might be real buried, but it's in there. Your card from the Native Spirit deck, Nature Spirits. Isn't it amazing how the colors so far, if we look at the colors of the cards, are literally giving you this huge hint as to what order your wounds need to be healed in. First, we start out with the reds, the oranges, and the yellows, right? The surrender to creativity, the fear, the power. It's all orange, red, yellow. Very strong, very first, second, and third chakra strong, okay? Those, in my opinion, are the three most important chakras that we have. You can have the greatest intuition, you can have the most gorgeous house, but if it is built on a weak, brittle, dilapidated foundation, that pretty little house is going to come tumbling down every time. So after we do that, then we move into the greens, your heart chakra. But we are not to forget those reds, those oranges, and those yellows. Look at that last surrender card. It's a lot of green, but they certainly didn't forget the red, orange, and yellow. And now here we are with Nature Spirits. Green, your heart. It's on page 64. Numerology. I'm a fan, so I'll share. 6 plus 4, for those of you who aren't mathematicians in second grade. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 is a damn good number, if I do say so myself, Gemini. Living wildly, magically, living free, with joy and delight. This card signifies a welcoming to a wellspring of joy and magic. Relax, all is well. What is your reaction when you hear that, Gemini? When you were just listening to me read that, what is your reaction? Because that can tell you a lot. For example, if your reaction was to roll your eyes and say, oh, bullshit, well, Gemini, guess what? You create your own reality, sunshine. And so a whole lot of bullshit is what you're gonna get. You can't experience magic if you don't believe in it. You can't experience magic if you're at a magic show and you're constantly analyzing the magician, watching his every move to see how he did it, rather than just sitting there enjoying the experience of something magical happening. Who the fuck cares how it happens? Live in the moment. Just see the magic. See what happens when I get all emotional or passionate about these. I get all tongue-tied. I'm gonna start to stutter and have a lisp here pretty soon. Work, career, and finance. You guys have the 8 of Pentacles reversed and the 6 of Swords. So your 8 of Pentacles reversed. There's good and bad with every card. Every card you can hash it out whatever way you want. What I see with this card is that nothing ever comes to us in a truly genuine, free way or fashion. Even the lottery winners have to pay their taxes, right? And really, since we're talking about the lottery winners, have you ever looked up the statistics? It's like 80% of those who were middle class or lower when they won the lottery, they're going to be poor again within 5 years, or they're going to be back to their original status within 5 years. The majority of them are under 2 years. So you need to do the work if you want to get paid. What is it that you're striving for? What do you want to be when you grow up? Are you not sure? Because that'd be a damn good place to start, is figuring that out. Why do I bring up the lottery stuff, the statistics and the facts? Because, Gemini, even if you got exactly what you were dreaming about right now, are you going to be ready? Or are you going to treat it the same way that you have every other time you've gotten what you've wanted? And then you sabotage it. You blow it all on shit that you don't need and you're broke again. You sabotage and fall into your same insecurity and fear of abandonment patterns, and the relationship goes away. We have so much in common, Gemini. It's a huge part of what I had to heal. It's kind of like how with the lottery, you have to play to win, right? Well, you have to pass the class in order to get the degree. You have to heal your wounds in order to finally be happy and healed and healthy and love who you are. No matter how you put that with your work, your career, your finance, and then whatever aspect of your life you want. If you have tried to get the same promotion 5 times and you were denied, what is it that they want from you? If you've been fired from the past 5 jobs, why? Is it all the same reason? 6 of Swords. Once you figure out where it is that you want to be, it doesn't matter how many swords are in your raft or obstacles that are in your way. A man with a prosthetic leg, that's a fake leg, okay? That means one of his legs was whacked off and he's got this metal bar serving as a leg, competed in Ninja Warrior, okay? It's like an obscenely difficult and challenging obstacle course that many people with 2 very real legs have failed at. And he was very successful. Now tell me, why in the hell can't you get where you want to be? It's all about your mindset, Gemini. Set your focus on the goal and push to get there. A new mindset, turns out you don't even need a dime in your pocket to be able to change your mindset, to adapt a new perspective. Totally free. Totally free. Now then, shall we continue the fun with your love and romantic relationships? I say hell yes. Originality. It says, blaze your own trail. When was the last time you danced, Gemini? When was the last time you smiled like that? You are such amazing people. Even if you can't dance for shit, I don't care. Just be you. Be original. Let that transformed version of you just shine. Throw your feet up in the air, kick them up, kick your heels up, do a jig. Let go. Relax. Be silly. You guys can be such fun people, but it's like trying to get a vegetarian to eat a steak. It's pretty freaking impossible sometimes. Or we'll say challenging if we want to, not say impossible, whatever. Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Boom. Second card. In this single reading right here, this one reading for the last, 20 minutes. Second card. To tell you to expect a father muckin' miracle, Gemini. Helen Keller could see the writing on this damn wall. So are you going to continue to refuse to see it? Are you going to open your eyes, open your heart to these miracles that are trying to come into your life? Let them in. Yeah, it's going to be scary. And it's all probably going to be a new experience if they're good miracles, right? Hell yeah. Take it. You weren't real graceful the first time you roller skated. You weren't real graceful the first time you gave a blowjob. Just saying. I'm just guessing. But you did it. You got there. You can do this too. Yeah. Cheer up, Gemini. Cheer the fuck up and live in the moment. Boom. Look at there. I feel like even though my tone or demeanor right now, or for the past 5 minutes, totally pissing you guys off. Totally fucking annoyed. If you haven't clicked next yet, hey, you're a trooper. But kind of feel like we've heard this before, and maybe even in this reading. Live in the moment. If the bricklayer gave up just because he was like, oh my god, I've only laid 3 bricks and I have a whole castle to build, we'd never have any castles, right? But it's that guy who really, really wants to be proud of that castle that he built, that he just gets in his mind. He gets a new perspective. And so he continues one after another, after another, after another. Baby steps. Forgiveness. Holding on to a past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desire. Let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It simply means that you are no longer willing to be a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surrender the past, for in doing so will reclaim the joy in your life. Yes, yes, and motherfucking yes. Love it. Surrender, surrender, surrender. Let it go. Live in the moment. So much repetition. Whatever it is that you're hanging on to. Yeah, you got an award at your prom for having the most gorgeous dress 30 years ago. But that dress is still hanging in your closet and it's taken up over half of your closet space. Because, well, 30 years ago would be late 80s, early 90s, right? Big and frickin' poofy, right? Yeah. Is it serving a purpose anymore? Sure, it served a purpose in the past, but that's long gone. That ship has sailed. Now you need that closet space for something new. You deserve it, Gemini. Get rid of the fucking prom dress. Block the exes who keep trying to come back. Family members. Just because they're family does not mean that you have to put up with their bullshit. Contrary to popular belief, being a blood relative does not give you a license to be an energy-sucking, vibe-draining douche. Nope, don't have time for it. Sorry about your luck, Chuck. There's the door. Lose my number. To finish things up real quickly, here we are. The spiritual as fuck deck you guys have. So you want to be a badass? Show your heart to everyone. I'll tell you what that says on the back here. Let's see if we can get it up here to the camera. All right. It takes a lot of courage to be authentic in this world. Showing your heart does not mean you're soft all the time, or that you're a hot mess or a doormat. It means that you're showing up fully as yourself. You know what's weak as fuck? Living a fake-ass life, trying to please others. Yeah, that's what that says. Now then, we have your postcards from Spirit. Dearest you, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday, moment-to-moment experience? Thinking that you will find happiness out there someday. So many go chasing a magic it out there, quote-unquote it and there, but it never could be found. So we want to share a secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are pure joy. What made you is pure joy. And every time you wake up and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside of you. Joy and happiness and fulfillment come from doing joy, from being joy, from knowing it, cultivating it, lighting it in your heart so that you can share it. You must know this, so when the time comes, you will be fully free, and your joyful being and actions will turn you into a beacon of starlight. Look within and be joyful, even for tears and loss, for they mean you have lived, really lived. Jump into it all and love every minute of it. We all love you like crazy over here. I'm not gonna lie, Gemini. That just gave me goosebumps. I never read those cards before I start recording. And without fail, that deck is just simply amazing. That completely sums up everything we have been talking about. You have to love yourself. You have to be happy and joyful within yourself. If you ever truly want or desire or expect to experience joy in the world, to experience love. I want this for you guys so much. I genuinely hope that this has helped. You guys always kick everyone's ass in your views. It's 15, 25, 30,000 views. I can't thank you guys enough. And I genuinely love sitting down to have a chat with you. Even if all of you are simply my blue microphone that I'm looking at when I talk. I can feel you. You deserve it, Gemini. I love you so much. And until next time, you beautiful bitches, get after it. Be that love, that light. Let it happen. Believe in the magic. Much love, Gemini. Much love.